Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to clean like your old antique kind of bottles that you find from digging in the pits. And you know, I've cleaned these bottles and they're really hard to clean, and then there's like, it seems like they're stained on. You can never get them fully clean the way you like them, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to clean the bottles nice and easy. You don't even have to do much scrubbing at all. It'll take everything off and make the bottle you know, the way that you want it. So here's some examples. So like two of the same bottles, right? So I cleaned this with by hand scrubbing and stuff, and it's still stained on, and now it looks pretty clean, pretty sparkly, right? Just one example there. Or like you get a bottle that looks like that, you know what I mean? And then it comes out like this. Just fabulous, nice and clean, no scrubbing at all. This is like an older Javex bottle. You can see how cloudy and misty that is. Well, that's really hard to get out. And then it kind of comes out to a nice, clean, clear bottle like this. So I'm going to show you guys the steps that I take to clean out my bottles and make it, you know, painless. So I'll show you what I do. Alright guys, so basically, I grab a big tote like this, right? And I fill it up halfway, soapy water, like maybe like Mr. Clean kind of solution, and then I just soak the bottles, and then like I fill it all up with, you know, with the mixture. I just shake it around and get rid of any, you know, loose debris that I can, right? So after I do that, this is what you have here. So I have like, you know, semi-clean bottles that, you know, aren't as clean as I would like them. As you see, like a lot of them have like stains and stuff on them. You kind of want to have a nice clean clear glass, right? So these are the ones that are due for the next process of what I do here. So once you go from this point, I go here. So these ones here have been soaking for 3 days, and I use this solution right here. So I grab the Zep Industrial Purple Degreaser, 25% stronger. I picked that up at Canadian Tire for, I think it was like $14.99 Canadian. I pull that whole container into here, and then I fill up all the bottles, right? So as you can see, all these bottles are all filled up. See if I can find a good one here for you. A clear one, I guess. So I'm gonna pull this one out, and you can see all the stuff on the bottom there. That was stuck on to the sides. So this bottle pretty much came clean. I'll actually take all these ones out of this mixture now. Like I'll shake them around, dump them out, and then I'm gonna grab a cold bucket of water, and this is how you rinse them all off. Okay, so I'll show you that. So you fill up a bucket, cold water. All right, so I got my bucket here. These are all the brushes that I use. You know, these are silicone ones. These are ones I got from Canadian Tire. Sometimes like there's some really stubborn stuff they'll be stuck on there. Every once in a while you might have to put a brush in there, but it comes right off right easy. Like there's no scrubbing. It's like it's stuck on the glass, but it's you can just rub it right off, right? Yeah, so I use those brushes here. So just for an example, like you see all these bottles here that I showed you that were you know, full of stains and cloudy and stuff like that. Well, this is how they all came out after. Just sparkling for the most part, right? And that's what you want. Nice easy way to do it, because you don't want to spend hours scrubbing your bottles, right? Alright, I'll show you the process of taking it out of here into here, the bucket, and then yeah. Alright guys, so yeah, I pretty much sit here. I have a towel on my lap so I don't get soaking wet. Also to note with this Zep cleaner, it's corrosive, right? So wear some gloves. Not that it's going to burn you right away, but if you overexposure will burn the skin. So I don't know, let's take this one. So this thing is just full of cloudy dirt and debris. You see it floating around in there? So I go like that. You swish it around a little bit. So I can see that there's some stuck on the inside, right? So this is why I got this brush here. So you just jam her in. Maybe like that. Spin it around a little bit. Yeah, that should be good. I also have a little sponge here because sometimes the stubborn stains are around the tip, so I just go like that. Shake it out. I see that there's like just a little bit right down here, so I like taking this little brush and just go like that. There you go. Perfectly clean. This one here, you know, had stains on it like this one, right? So that's how I do that. Let's do one more, guys. So I got one here now. See how it's full of bubbles? So how you get those bubbles out? You just put it in your cold water, and you let the all the water into the container or jar or bottle. And once the water fills the whole thing up, it pushes all the bubbles out, right? So then you don't have a bunch of bubbles. As you see all the bubbles coming out now, you don't have a bunch of bubbles in your bottle and leave like stains on the inside. So you just let it push all the bubbles out. The water just fills up the whole container. There you go. So no bubbles, and you just slowly pour it out. Trying to prevent the bubbles. Like this. Just slowly pour it out. There you go. So now it's not full of all kinds of bubbles. Let's take a look at this Javex. Now it's hard to see. Here you go. Let's go with these old ketchup bottle, right? Just kind of do this with it. Scrub off anything on the outside. Pour that out. This one here was pretty gnarly. They get stained up pretty good. And this one here should come pretty clean. Fill her up. Get the bubbles out. Tap it a little bit. And I just go like that. Just gently pour it out. Poof. Pretty clean bottle. It's almost sparkling. Hey guys, so I got this one here emptied. All these dirty bottles got to go in here for 2 to 3 days, let them soak. But when they come out, they look pretty good. Alright guys, just finished cleaning some more bottles. All these bottles had stains and dirt stuck in them and all that, and they all came out pretty clean. And that was just by soaking it. And this stuff here, it's the Zep Industrial Purple Degreaser. I did that, soaked it for about 3 days. And you know, you did have to take a little brush and knock off any loose stuff, but it made the bottles come out very, very clean. So I'm super impressed with that degreaser. Worked very well, guys.